Hello and welcome to my channel Becoming Bev. I'm coming to you today from South Texas. It's a beautiful Texas day. It's one of those 70-degree, just gorgeous, perfect sunshiny days. I'm really soaking in this nice day because tomorrow I'm getting ready to head back north. I need to get back to the campground, help my daughter finish up the bus that we bought, and I have some family things going on with my mom that I want to get back and help out with. In today's video, we're going to talk about some of the inconveniences of van life. And I call them inconveniences rather than problems or issues because that's really all they are, is just some inconveniences, just some things that you have to work around or do a little bit differently than what you're used to. And I think you guys know this. To me, the benefits far, far outweigh these inconveniences. And then later in the video, I'm also going to talk about how sometimes when something seems bad at the moment, but then it ends up being something really good, and it just takes a little time and a little bit of distance to figure that out. So the first inconvenience I'm going to talk about is the shower setup. It's absolutely not as cool as just walking into your bathroom and stepping into the shower and taking a shower. It is an inconvenience. I have my outdoor shower set up, but you can only use that if you're in a secluded place and if the weather is nice enough. I joined Planet Fitness. That's been a game changer, but still you have to haul all of your stuff in, and that's kind of a pain. The second inconvenience I'm going to talk about is the toilet. And you guys have heard me talk about the toilet before. I have a love-hate relationship with that toilet. I love it for middle of the night pees. I love it for convenience, but I really hate emptying that thing. And the toilet that I have, a couple of you have asked me about it, and I don't necessarily recommend this toilet or this brand. The latches kept coming off, and Larry helped me figure out a way around that. We just put some electrical tape around it. The rubber gasket, it was leaking a little bit, so I had to go get another rubber gasket to put on there. So that's why I haven't touted this toilet or recommended it, because I'm kind of on the fence about it. The third inconvenience I'm going to talk about in the van is the space restrictions. I have 2 drawers that my clothes fit in, and once in a while it's I wish I had a few more things with me. So there have been a couple of times where I wanted a new outfit or something like that. And I'm a big resale shopper, so I would pop into Goodwill or something and buy a new outfit. And since I probably only paid $7 or $8 for it, I'm pretty good if I only wear it a couple of times, and then I'll donate it back to them again. And you really have to get specific with what you want in the van and what you need in the van. And a lot of things have to be multi-purpose or multifunctional because the space is so limited. You don't really have room for any extras. The next inconvenience I'll talk about is the temperature. Now, right now, I'm so comfortable in here. I've got both doors open. There's a beautiful breeze going through. But it's not like your house. It's not like you're going to go touch a thermostat, at least not my van, and the temperature is going to stay a certain temperature. It's I've got my OPolar fan, and then I've got my Max Air fan up here. I've got the rooftop air conditioner, and then I also have a portable heater. If you guys remember, I made those screens to go on my windows on the front so I can leave the windows down and still have a screen up. I think I have it dialed in just about as good as it's gonna get, and it's pretty good, but it's still not like setting that thermostat in your house and having it a steady temperature. The next inconvenience is laundry. I like clean linens. I like to keep my bedding washed regularly. So about once a week, I'm looking for a washing machine. And I found washing machines at campgrounds. I've done my laundry in laundromats. I've done my laundry in friends' houses. And then I've also been camping and just got a bucket of water and strung my little clothesline up in the tree and did the laundry by hand. You learn in van life that you wear your clothes typically more than once. You're not as apt to just wear it once and throw it in the laundry basket. The next inconvenience is when you get ready to leave in the mornings, especially the first run of the day. it takes a little bit of time. Like, you can't be in a hurry. For me, I have to take time to lower the blinds and raise the blackout curtains and make sure everything's just tucked in and put away so nothing goes flying while you're driving. That part's actually kind of okay with me because I don't really like being in a hurry in the mornings. It's like one of the things that I love about my life right now is I rarely ever have to set an alarm clock. So I love kind of easing into my day and enjoying my coffee and reading your comments. So at the beginning of this video, I said that I wanted to mention when something that seems bad ends up being something good. And I've had this happen in my life a handful of times that just kind of blew my mind. Like, I'll tell you a quick story. My day spa used to be in a strip shopping center. At one point, I was in between places to live, so I had to move out of one place, and the apartment that I was moving into wasn't going to be ready for another 3 weeks. So I moved everything that I owned into storage, and I actually just moved into my day spa for 3 weeks. I was sleeping on a massage table and, showering there. During that 3 weeks when my things were in storage, the storage unit was burglarized and everything that I own was stolen. I can remember going to that storage unit and just standing there and just bawling, just crying my eyes out. Like, everything that I own, basically, except for what I had with me at the day spa, had gotten stolen. Did this little vow to myself to replace everything with bigger and better. And some of the photos that I had, that got stolen, it's like I was pretty good about making extra copies and sending them to my mom. Was able to recreate a lot of the photos that I lost. So on the surface, that seems like a really horrible thing that happened. But the way that it worked out was that I had it double insured. My homeowner's insurance covered it, plus I had taken out a little insurance policy at the storage facility. It took months to get that insurance payment. So I finally got the insurance payments, and I'm driving down the road and I see this piece of property for sale. And it's only 1 mile from my old location. I call the realtor and I check on it. I get a price. She tells me, I'm going to need about a 20% down payment on it, which I didn't have that kind of money at the time at all. But it just so happened I had gotten those 2 insurance checks and they were almost to the dollar what I needed for the down payment for the property that my day spa currently sits on. So when that happened, you could really see the divine guidance in something that seemed horrible at the time ending up being something that turned out good. So the second one that I want to talk about, in a recent video, I mentioned that I had been interviewed by a reporter and that she had written a story about me and my van life. And I was excited about that until I read the story. And when I read the story, she talked about how I spent my days hiking and doing wild swims and swiping on dating apps and setting up dates as I go. And just made this story that wasn't anything like the stuff that I had sent her. So on the surface, that seems like a bad thing. Like, I was mad, I was upset. I'm like, I didn't say those things. Because of that story, my subscribers have went up, and you would think maybe it was just guys, but it's not. My subscribers are staying steady at 50% women and 50% men. I got a phone call from the crew at Access Hollywood, and they wanted to do an interview. They were doing a little Valentine's show and wanted to talk about alternative dating and dating on the road. So I ended up doing an interview with Access Hollywood. I've gotten approached by some people from Amsterdam. They want to send a film crew actually to Fred Rock, to my campground, to do a little story about alternative living. And then the third thing that happened was Women's Own magazine from the UK has also approached me about writing up an article about following your dreams and van life. So all in all, even though that seemed bad, look at all the good that came from it. For me, it's the same amount of work to do a video, whether 3,000 people watch it or 50,000 people watch it. And I get paid per view. I haven't been all that inspired with the pay that I've been receiving on my YouTube channel. I've been getting around $200 a month. So this month, with the increase in viewers, I'll get about $500 this month. So that kind of makes it seem a little bit more worthwhile. I kind of went back and forth about whether I wanted to keep doing these videos or not. In the end, I don't do these videos for the money. I do them because I have a YouTube family now. I have people that have been following me from the beginning. It's like I've met some of you and I've made friends with you. And while I'm on that subject, I'd like to send out a little prayer request for my YouTube friend Gordon from Canada, who's in the hospital right now. Now, I did set up a Patreon account. I have 3 Patreon subscribers, so that helps a little bit. I'll put a link to the Patreon account in my video description. So I just want to say a heartfelt thank you to all of you who watch my videos, and please know that I appreciate it so much. So I got in the van last night and I was looking over and my throw pillow was flashing and I was like, what the heck? But then I remembered that I put the bunny hat in the throw pillow. So I guess somehow the little button had gotten pushed on it and it was blinking. So I feel like it's only appropriate to end the video with you keep watching and I'll keep posting content. Look at this thing. We'll see you guys next time.